I'm Dr. Matthew Liao-Troth, Senior Vice President and Provost, and on behalf of the faculty, the staff, students, president, and trustees of Hawaii Pacific University, I'm honored to welcome all of you to this, the university's 88th commencement ceremony, celebrating the graduation of the class of 2017. We begin this celebration with a Hawaiian chant and hula and singing of the national anthem and Hawaii state song. Music for this evening will be sung by the HPU International Vocal Ensemble under the direction of Dr. Alex Schumacher and performed by the HPU Hawaiian Ensemble under the direction of Dr. Teresa McCreary. Please join in the singing. Lyrics may be found in your program. I now present to you Tracy Lopez, HPU instructor of Hawaiian language and Kuma Hula of the HPU Hula Ensemble and of the Halau Kala Onohi Maio Ha'e Ha'e, the 2017 overall winner of the Merry Monarch Hula Festival.
Ai ke ho kalu kalu ao ke uki no no hopu ki uki kamako ke ko ola tua hine pua kaya ulu o lalo o ki vai atana ulu I kahi mea I ki hunai makahunai me he hai lai te pili o hue vai he mai Akahae na Hawaii, lo kahi aku like, olu kamana o, ha'a ko kulana, aho nui alana kilai. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e. Kahi mea ia aloha ia, na kahi kaia o mama lai. Malama he wana o e na ka ukana te aloha. Waponono tauhana, na he tini lehu lehu o e. Pehe ala kanohona, na ita olu o halaulani. Ahela ni nui o e na ua na no ne ia nui kino ko kino no mali e na i te o atamapua e aloha e na ua na kahi mai o ke walo e walo e na ua na e olu e mali umai Aina mai tapuana na kahi kaia o mamala Aina ho tapuana na tahi mea I aloha ia Hei no ano ka holomoku I ola e tapo e te aloha Aloha
Please rise for the singing of the national anthem and the Hawaii state song.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose
Please be seated. E como mai to Hawaii Pacific University's Spring 2017 commencement ceremony. You are allowed to cheer whenever you want to. Tonight we help celebrate, honor, and recognize these amazing students who will walk across this stage as graduates of HPU and agents of Pono, Kuleana, and Aloha. To the families, friends, faculty, and staff, thank you all for your attendance here, not just tonight, but throughout the many journeys that have brought us here. Journeys that have taken some of you to new heights, new places, and new environments, ripe with opportunities for growth. And although ceremonies like these seem to mark an end of a journey, graduates, tonight marks the beginning of a new journey for you. Where will you go? What will you see? And most importantly, who will you become? The last question is challenging, but let it be a reminder that yesterday serves as an opportunity to learn from, and that today presents an opportunity to grow. Yesterday, you were students at Hawaii Pacific University, creating memories and bonds that will last a lifetime. And today, in just a few more minutes, you will be HPU alumnus and alumna. What does this mean? It's about your relationship with the group of people who had experienced what you have experienced, whose experiences contrast, relate, or inform your own. It means taking your education and experience and making it something meaningful for others. The lasting impression left on our lives by the people that helped define our HPU experience binds us across boundaries. And as a global university, it is more beneficial than ever for our individual growth, and more important than ever for our societal growth, that we remain connected to one another in service and partnership, to continue learning from and growing with one another so that tomorrow is better. We wish to hear from you on that journey, but you know that in all that you do, we are with you, championing you from afar, bound together as Ohana in the space between. This evening, first, I am pleased to introduce the members of the Hawaii Pacific University's Board of Trustees. Chairman Joachim Cox, immediate past Chairman and Trustee Emeritus Dr. Michael Chun, Richard Hunter, Ray Vera, and long-serving trustees James Romig and Dr. Alan Zecca. Trustees, please rise and be recognized here and in the section. Next, it is my privilege to introduce the distinguished faculty and deans of Hawaii Pacific University. Faculty and deans, please rise and be recognized. And students, I want to hear it from you. Let's go. All right, come on, let's rise and be recognized. Shout-outs are welcome. It is my pleasure to introduce the 2016 Teacher of the Year, retired Professor of Social Work, Margot Bear. Please rise. You're not speaking yet, I'm just
Oh, you're recognized. Sorry about that.
I also present the Vice Presidents of the University. Please rise. I'm honored to introduce our commencement speaker this evening, Ray Vera, the President and CEO of Hawaii Pacific Health. In addition to being a member of the HPU Board of Trustees, Mr. Vera is an alumnus of the university. We look forward to his remarks later in this evening's program. Mr. Vera, please rise and be recognized individually. It is also my pleasure to introduce HPU's fifth president, John Gotanda. President Gotanda is committed to academic excellence and to providing our students a personalized educational experience while emphasizing hands-on learning opportunities in a global learning environment. President Gitanda, please rise and be recognized. At this time, I call the 2016 Teacher of the Year, Margot Bear, to the podium to do the honors of introducing the 2017 Teacher of the Year.
So now it truly is my turn. My name is Margot Bear. Aloha. I am the retired professor of social work and, as you've already heard, the 2016 HPU Teacher of the Year. Each year, HPU graduating students are asked to nominate candidates for this award. A committee of faculty, students, and staff reviews the nominations, narrows them down to a list of finalists, and then selects a winner. Once confirmed by the provost, the Teacher of the Year is named. This year, the Teacher of the Year is a faculty member of the College of Natural and Computational Sciences. I think you're guessing. Who joined the university in 2000, a professor of chemistry and chair of the chemistry and biochemistry program. His major research interest is marine natural products chemistry. He is head of HPU's Shared Instrumentation Facility, which has been funded by the National Institutes of Health since 2002. One of the research team's accomplishments is the discovery of a new biological activity for naturally occurring marine compound, Y-xenacin A, which is produced by a soft coral that grows only in Hawaii. It may be a resource for finding new therapies for cancer and strokes. Additionally, these biomedical research laboratories, known as INBRI, support instructional lab courses and increase undergraduate and graduate student research opportunities. Under the mentorship of this year's Teacher of the Year and his biomedical faculty colleagues, nearly 100 students have participated in INBRI research projects, and 40 undergraduates have co-authored scholarly articles, presentations. The faculty member has received honors including the Jack L. Beal Award from the American Chemical Society and American Society of Pharmacognosy, and the Golden Apple Award for Scholarship from HPU. His community involvement includes serving as an advisory board member for the Hadal Science and Technology Research Center, Shanghai Ocean University in China, medical research advisory member for the Hawaii Community Foundation, and ad hoc referee and editorial member for scientific journals. At HPU, he is a member of the Honors Advisory Council and the University Strategic Planning Task Force, and he is faculty advisor to the Chemistry Club. One of the participants in the Student Instrumentation Mentoring Program that this professor organizes said, programs like this have given students like myself not only a remarkable opportunity to get involved in what the chemistry department has to offer, but the ability to make ourselves marketable in our field with the experience many other schools cannot offer their students. This graduating senior has been accepted into a competitive summer research experience program at a graduate school of biomedical sciences, and she thanks this professor for his support. This student is one of many students this professor has impacted. Please join me in congratulating Hawaii Pacific University's 2017 Teacher of the Year, Dr. David Horgan. Thank you.
And now we proceed with one of the most special traditions of commencement at Hawaii Pacific University, the opportunity to hear from graduating students who have been chosen to serve as valedictory speakers. Representing our undergraduate students is Wesley Chai. Speaking on behalf of our graduate students is Louis C. Hare III.
Aloha, President Gotanda, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty, honored guests, fellow graduates, families, and friends. Thank you for gathering for this wonderful occasion. As I look out into the crowd before me, I sense a wave of emotions from everyone present. For families and friends, the sense of pride you have in your graduates' accomplishments is immeasurable. But nothing can top the feelings that we graduates have right now. On behalf of the undergraduates, I would like to thank these individuals. First and foremost, to our families, thank you for your constant support throughout these past years for college. Secondly, to our friends, thank you for the many ways you have touched our lives. Last but not least, to our professors, thank you for your kind mentorship and for being an essential part of our academic, professional, and personal growth. We are eternally grateful to you. There are two Chinese sayings that I would like to share with you. The first is, 千里之行，始于足下, which means that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Hawaii Pacific University was this first step in my journey back to the United States after growing up in Taiwan and Singapore. During this journey of college education, my motto has been, college isn't just about studying, rather, it's about filling up your life with things to do. Here, I have immersed myself in the community of HPU. I enjoyed the ability to approach anyone to strike up a conversation and the aloha spirit. I broadened my perspective by becoming part of several student organizations. I got to know people from different fields of expertise and different cultures. I expanded my network around the world. Being a student at HPU has really expanded my global competency and showed me what it means to be a global citizen. The second Chinese saying is, 学习是永远跟随主人的宝物. This means that learning is a treasure that always follows its owner. We all have the capacity of doing something great. We can prove that through what we have learned. In fact, we have already proven that through our attendance here today. Graduation is a new start with new opportunities. No matter what path you choose to follow as you progress into your future, you will be the best that you can be. Not only am I excited to see what lies ahead, I know that the people sitting here today and the people who support you feel the same way about you. This community is an ohana. We take care of and believe in each other. Let's give our lives everything that we have to give, because you never know what good things may come out of them. Congratulations, class of 2017, and thank you.
Good afternoon and aloha. To President Gotanda, to the deans of the various colleges of our great institution, to the Board of Trustees, to the faculty and staff, particularly the faculty and staff of the Communications Department, and to the graduating class of 2017, thank you sincerely for the opportunity to serve as the Graduate School valedictory speaker. To our ohana, all the friends, family, and loved ones in the audience, on behalf of the graduates, thank you for your unwavering support throughout our education journey. For some, it may have taken longer than others, but none of us would be here today without you. To my lovely wife, who's also graduating today, love you. She's back there somewhere. And last but certainly not least, I have to thank God. It's been a very blessed year for my family. So I'm a 33-year-old proud husband and father. I'm also an active duty member of the United States Army. Today I'll be receiving a master's in communication following an 18-month accelerated program. Someone lied when they said going back to school was going to be like taking a knee. This wasn't easy, for sure. But when I was thinking about what to say today, many things crossed my mind. A hopeful future, honoring the sacrifices of the past, personal motivation, and perceived barriers to goals were all contenders. But I kept getting stuck on one specific story. It goes something like this. No kidding, there I was in class earlier this semester, and a fellow student comes in and asks the professor, so Dr. such and such, Would you punish me for something I didn't do? The professor replied, of course not. Feeling relieved, the student says, good, because I didn't do my homework. Okay, thank you. All right, in all honesty, that didn't happen, but it brings to light an important subject that I like to discuss, and that is effort. All right, in 2007, New York Times bestselling author and acclaimed leadership expert, Dr. John C. Maxwell, published a book entitled Talent is Never Enough. In this book, he outlines the 13 crucial things that you can do to maximize natural talents. In the most basic terms, he outlines that effort will take you to the next level of competition, productivity, and overall talent. Effort, in a sense, is the ultimate equalizer. We see this every day in every walk of life and in most activities. A person that works hard to perfect his or her desired tasks will eventually perform as good or better than those who rest on their laurels. If given the choice between effort and raw talent, I would choose effort every time. So what does this mean for us, class of 2017? It's simple. It means we can't be complacent with earning this degree alone. The work is not done. Regardless if you're heading into the workforce or continuing your education, there are things you can do to maximize your performance and potential. Along these lines, please allow me to leave you with one phrase if you remember nothing else. Know your role, play your position, and give 100%. This has been my personal philosophy for many years and has served me well. As we go forth from here, seek to understand your role in work, your extracurricular activities, and at home. Once you understand you're part of the team, fulfill that role to a T and seek to improve wherever possible. Finally, give your consistent best effort. I can't promise success if you follow this philosophy, but I can assure you that your teammates will appreciate all you bring to the table. As we depart from Hawaii Pacific University, please take a moment to reflect on the amazing opportunity you've enjoyed. We went to school in one of the most beautiful places in the world with some of the best people in the world, and now you're walking away armed for success. Now, class of 2017, let's go forth and do great things. Thank you and mahalo.
Wesley and Lewis, thank you for representing your fellow graduates well with your thoughtful remarks. Everyone, let's hear it again for our valedictorian speakers. At this time, the university is pleased to present Raymond P. Vera, Jr., an honorary degree. As the president and CEO of Hawaii Pacific Health, Ray Vera's responsibilities include executive oversight of the not-for-profit healthcare system's 4 medical centers. Prior to joining Hawaii Pacific Health in 2002, he was the chief executive officer for Los Alamos Medical Center. From 1988 to 1998, Vera served as a U.S. Army officer and held various assignments, including assistant administrator and chief financial officer for Bassett Army Community Hospital in Fairbanks, Alaska, and the deputy chief financial officer for Madigan Army Medical Center in Tacoma, Washington. He also served with the 9th Infantry Regiment in Fort Lewis, Washington, and Tripler Army Medical Center here in Honolulu. As an HPU alumnus, Vera was presented with the Paul C.T. Liu Distinguished Alumni Award in 2006, acknowledging his outstanding professional achievements and contributions to our community. In addition to serving HPU as a member of the Board of Trustees since 2008, Vera sits on several local and national boards, including Director, Bank of Hawaii Corporation, Director, Island Insurance Company Limited, Trustee, Mid-Pacific Institute, Trustee, Blood Bank of Hawaii, and on the national board, Treasurer of the American Heart Association. Mr. President, in recognition of his professional accomplishments, unselfish and unwavering commitment to our community causes and the advancement of higher education, I'm honored to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, Raymond P. Vera, Jr.
Ray Vera, in the name of the Board of Trustees and the faculty of Hawaii Pacific University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Thank you. Face the audience for a second. Just face the audience.
Thank you, President Gantanda. Thank you, Mr. Provost. I guess this would be a really bad time to say I'm speechless. So, President Gantanda, Board of Trustees, our Provost, Vice Presidents, Deans, faculty, and staff, and most importantly, the graduates, family, and friends of the class of 2017. I am honored to have the opportunity to speak to you today. Now, I have to admit, there are a couple of thoughts that came to mind when I was asked, and I wasn't sure why I was being asked to speak today. I wasn't sure if it was because I'm a trustee, an alumnus, or the CEO of Hawaii Pacific Health. But I certainly knew why I accepted. It was because 24 years ago, I was you. I was working my way through school, taking classes at all hours of the day, running back and forth from work to class, class to work, going across the University of Hawaii for my ROTC training, all while sleeping about 4 hours a night. Now, I had no idea what my future really held, but what I knew was while I had to leave for a little while to go meet my Army commitment, I knew I had found a home in Hawaii. Now, I did a little bit of research and reviewed some other commencement addresses in preparation for this, and I could talk to you about a number of things that I saw in those addresses. I could talk about hard work, I could talk about goals, I could talk about courage, adversity, integrity, hope, or a whole host of other things. And I suspect in some ways all those would apply. But then I was reminded I only have 10 minutes. So I will keep it brief and I will keep it simple. So the one point that I really want to leave you with today is, look, as you walk out of here, I simply want you to wake up each and every day and commit to making a difference. Now that sounds easy enough until life hits you with a dose of reality. And what I would tell you with is every dose of reality, every high and every low that you're going to experience is a hidden opportunity to learn and hopefully to put those learnings to work and for good and to make a difference, sometimes even when you least expect it. Now, I can tell you without question, I've had my share of reality. But I'm fortunate. Today, on a day-to-day basis, I get to lead an organization that touches people's lives in a real meaningful way. I get to see them literally make miracles happen day in and day out. And within our organization, as the leader of that team, I encourage everyone, regardless of their position, whether they're a physician, they're a nurse, they work in housekeeping, they're an administrator, they work in medical records, regardless of what they do, I encourage them to figure out how they can personally make a commitment and make an impact against that mission each and every day and support making a difference on caregivers. For those like you who are going to be working at the bedside, it's a little more intuitive. For others like me, it's a little more difficult. So let me take a pause and really just tell you a quick story. Now look, again, I'm an administrator by background. I work downtown. I don't work in one of our facilities. I'm about as far away from patient care as you can get. If I have to get involved in patient care, it's a bad day for everybody involved, okay? And so one day, I've got a series of meetings over at Kapiolani, and so was one of my colleagues who I wanted to run things by and I wanted to talk to him about. And so we figure out that we've got about 20 minutes of overlap right around lunchtime. And so we agree that we're going to meet up in the cafeteria and we're going to touch base and we're going to cover those things. And so we do, and we sit down. And as soon as we sit down, this little kid, probably 2 years old, comes up and he wants to give us a high five. And so we give him a high five, and then he won't leave. He just sort of sits there and starts hanging out with us. And we start playing the hand game, playing patty cake. And I still, to this day, and I've told this story over and over, and I've rethought it, somehow a grilled cheese ended up on the table, and he's sitting there with us and just hanging out. And so, now, you got to understand, my colleague sat there. He was probably avoiding what I wanted to talk to him about, but he was playing the hand game, and he was having a blast because, like, his daughter had just gone off to college. He was having fun. Again, I wanted to get some work done, and I had 5 kids at home. This wasn't fun to me at all, okay? Again, I had some things I wanted to get done, but 20 minutes comes and goes. We get absolutely no work done. And then we walk the little boy back over a couple tables to where his parents are. They're laughing and giggling. They're having the time of their life. I'm telling you, it was the closest thing to a date they've had since the day that kid was born. Now, that in itself, that day, we made a difference. But the real story comes about 3 days later. I'm coming home on the last plane of the day from Kauai. It's about 9 p.m. I'm tired. I'm not in a very good mood. I've been there all day. And I get into my row, and it's about the 23rd row in the center seat, and I sit down, and I think, life just doesn't get any worse than this. And all of a sudden, that same little kid pops up from the seat in front of me and wants to give me a high five. And I think, life just got worse. So I give him a high five, and I say, hey, look, I remember you from Kapiolani. And his parents sort of look through the seat cracks, and they're like, oh, you remember him. And I say, yeah, he's such a cute kid. Now, look, I didn't say it that way, but that's about what I was thinking. And as the mom turns around, she says, oh, we're on our way back to Kapiolani now, and we'll be there tomorrow. So now I'm thinking, look, Ray, you got to reach out to this family. You preach a lot of service stuff and connecting with families. You got to reach out to them. And frankly, it was the last thing I wanted to do. Again, I was tired and not in a very good mood, but I knew what I had to do. And so the plane lands, we get on the other side, and the family's doing what all of us with kids and families do. They're clogging up the entire jetway with all their worldly possessions, diaper bags and strollers and everything spread out. And I walk up and I give them my business card and I say, hey, look, I'm the CEO of the organization. If there's anything I can do to make things a little smoother for you, I will. I know how hard it can be to travel and get health care and get to where you need to be. So if I can make that a little easier, please let me know, and I will. And now I start to walk away. I'm feeling really good about myself. My chest is puffed out. I'm a model leader. You all would have been very proud of me. And I get that one step off, and the mom looks up from the diaper bag, and she says, you know, the day we met you, he was diagnosed with cancer. And we're going to be coming over 3 times a week for the next 8 weeks. And now my heart just stopped. My chest wasn't puffed out any longer. And I got to be honest, I was speechless. And I'm seldomly speechless. I had nothing to say to this family. And after an uncomfortable pause, the only thing I said was, please understand, everybody at Kapiolani is there for a very special reason, and we will treat him as if he's one of our own. At that point, the father who hadn't said a word either time I'd met him, his shoulders dropped about 3 inches, and he reached out and gave me the warmest two-handed handshake I've ever experienced. And now I left feeling something very different. I know I had made a difference in their life. I know I had made an impact. Now, I got to tell you, what I was really thinking was I had no idea where those words came from. Because, look, I got plenty of CEOs speak. I got plenty of canned speeches. I got plenty of things I say to families. But this wasn't that. And I didn't know where it came from. And it wasn't until I got to my car until I figured it out. Now, I have my wife, Tiffany, who's right over here, and I have 5 children. And we're amazingly proud of all of them. My oldest son, Chase, is here sitting next to my wife today. He's an Army officer. He's a helicopter pilot doing medevac missions on a daily basis, and I couldn't be more proud of him. I'm equally as proud of his 3 younger brothers. We also had a little girl. And just a little over 13 years ago, she was in an accident. And she showed up at Kapiolani with no pulse and no heartbeat for 22 minutes. And about the time my wife and I had decided today's her day, they came in and they gave us our little girl back. But she was a little different than she was just a few hours before. She was going to require a wheelchair from that point forward. She was going to require being tube fed from that point forward. She was going to require more care than we could have ever imagined. But she was still the light of our life. She brought the spirit into everything that we did. And she spent many of days going in and out of Kapiolani for therapies, and she had more surgeries than I care to talk about. But every single time she went in for one of those surgeries, as Tiffany and I would hand our little girl over to the anesthesiologist, Dr. Britton would look us in the eyes and would say, Ray and Tiffany, I will treat her as if she's one of my own. At that point, as parents, our shoulders would drop about 3 inches, and we would be overwhelmed with a sense of comfort that I can't put into words. Now, I can tell you, when Abby first got injured, I'd be hard-pressed to see how anything good could come out of such a horrible situation for our family. And I certainly couldn't see how on that day we'd be able to carry that forward and pay that message forward and make an impact for that family using those same words, almost accidentally. But we did. It made an impact. And while there's nothing I wouldn't do to trade or exchange the course of her life, I can tell you that Abby and our experiences from that point forward have taught us as a family, certainly I think our friends and in many ways our community more about how to make a difference than we could have ever imagined. Now, as you walk out of here as an HPU graduate, I have no doubt that you are well equipped for whatever life throws at you. And while I know that you're going to have highs and lows as you go through life's experiences, and you will go through highs and you will go through lows, my challenge to each of you in each of those instances is to learn from them, use those learnings to make a difference big or small, to make a difference for one or many. And if you do that, I promise we will all be better for it. So congratulations. I wish you the very best. Thank you, and aloha.
Dr. Vera, thank you for the generosity of spirit and passion for the mission of Hawaii Pacific University and for providing such inspirational remarks for our graduates as they begin a new chapter in their lives. The degrees will now be conferred. Then followed by individual recognition for each student. President Gotanda, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded degrees appropriate to their work in recognition of their academic accomplishments, subject to the completion of any and all outstanding requirements. Will all candidates for associate degrees please rise? Mr. President, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified for associate degrees from Hawaii Pacific University.
By virtue of the charter granted Hawaii Pacific University by the state of Hawaii and by the authority granted the president under the university's board of trustees, I hereby confer upon you the associate degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto.
Associate degree graduates, please be seated, and congratulations. Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees please rise? Mr. President, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified for baccalaureate degrees from Hawaii Pacific University.
Thank you, Mr. Provost. By virtue of the charter granted Hawaii Pacific University by the state of Hawaii and by the authority granted the president under the university's board of trustees, I hereby confer upon you the baccalaureate degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto. Congratulations.
Bachelor's degree graduates, please be seated. Will all of the candidates for the master's degrees please rise? Mr. President, I have the privilege of presenting the candidates who have qualified for master's degrees from Hawaii Pacific University.
By virtue of the charter granted Hawaii Pacific University by the state of Hawaii and by the authority granted the president under the university's board of trustees, I hereby confer upon you master's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto. Congratulations.
Master's degree graduates, please be seated. And now it is the time for the presentation of diploma to our graduates by college. We will first present the graduates for the College of Business. Reading the names of the graduates is Dr. Kenneth Rossi, a professor of organizational development and change. Dean Warren Wee will assist President Gotanda with the presentation of the diplomas.
get all this support. Okay. The following students will be receiving degrees from the College of Business. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Gabriela Elizabeth Andrade, magna cum laude. Amanda Haley Berlin. Mylene Asilo Bernaldez. Taylor Ray Blake, cum laude. Jack Robert Blethroyd, cum laude. Mitchell J. Booman. Kiana M. Cabania. Jacqueline L. Janarek. Kylie Keiko Chung, summa cum laude. Helene Ray Clausen, magna cum laude. Jonah Eric Davis, magna cum laude. Arlene Faith Visaya Dela Cruz. Matilda Johanna Angelica, Beaver. Sonomi Okada Espinosa, magna cum laude. Ikid Thais Etpison. Andrea N. Fontanilla Taoy. Jeffrey Allen Grace Jr., cum laude. Spencer Morgan Gray. Tiana Leigh K. Guillermo. Nina Carita Halonen, cum laude. Tyler Joshua Harris. Leilani Marie Henry. Austin Akira Inabata. Jordan Christopher Knoll. Justin Thomas Kammer, cum laude. Nicholas Korenkavats, which. Philippa Lindman, magna cum laude. Brittany Kehaulani Leo. Stephanie Naboyu Louis, summa cum laude. Jarrell D. Lugo. Kana P. Lee, magna cum laude. Dennis Joseph Kurz Alban Manschatz, cum laude. Alicia Salazar Monongdo, magna cum laude. Likolehua Nicole Manuel. Woodrow Michael Anthony May. Bailey Margaret McCarthy. Kiana C. Mills. Ian Agode. Dawn Nicole Nabua. Cum laude. Yuri Nagashima, magna cum laude. Mark Jacob Macharo. Torres Torioka. Jocelyn Emma Ku'ulelani Olanaras, cum laude. Marites Vibat Oliva. John D. Cecilia Jackson Pearl, magna cum laude. Priscilla L. Ponciano. Christy Ann Sakaguchi, summa cum laude. Lydia Tsuya Anohea Sato. Brandon Philip Sandy, cum laude. Kai M. Robbins, cum laude. Tatiana Emakus Schoneber, magna cum laude. Gregory Joseph Sulzinger. Sarah Kayla Ann Teixeira, summa cum laude. Molly Lynn Wetzel, magna cum laude. Patrick C. Wilk, cum laude. Raquel Sky Williams. Valerie Michelle Venus. Melanie Wilman, summa cum laude. The following students will be receiving the Master of Arts in Human Resources Management. Hanu Mati Pili with distinction. Renee Wagner. Anna Marie Wilson with distinction. The following students will be receiving the degree Master of Arts in Organizational Change. Zin Lee with distinction. Fabio Vanden Bailart with distinction. Elizabeth Visnes. The following students will be receiving the degree of Master of Business Administration. Edward Joshua Akahi. Shirley Arnold with distinction. Lynn Christine Burr. Jarrell William Borman with distinction. Anna Company Rosello with distinction. Robert Oldham Caton with distinction. Rand Chen. Jamie Nell Chisholm with distinction. Jose Roberto Dominguez with distinction. Christina Hancharova with distinction. Alexis Marie Hare. Satoshi Hidaka with distinction. Eric Kemses with distinction. Yanjun Liu with distinction. Lindsay Latupu Mastro Marino with distinction. Milena Miranda Megarocha with distinction. Chanel Lynn Shiraishi. John P. Simpson Jr. with distinction. One Ping L. Snyder with distinction. Lionel Pasquale Tagari. Ashley Nicole Thompson. Joni Noctron with distinction. Richard C. Tuason. Timothy Kyle Shaner. The following student will be receiving a degree Master of Business Administration and Master of Development. Ida Caroline Faisrud with distinction. The following students will be receiving the degree Master of Science in Information Systems. Christopher Beach with distinction. Bahoje B. Brooks with distinction. This concludes the students who will be receiving degrees from the College of Business. Went backwards. Stanley K. Souza Jr. with distinction.
We will now present the graduates for the College of Extended and Interdisciplinary Education. Reading the names of the graduates is Dr. Topher Erickson, Senior Lecturer in Anthropology. Dean Manny Segal will assist President Gotanda with the presentation of the diplomas.
The following students will be receiving degrees from the College of Extended and Interdisciplinary Education. The following students will be receiving the degree of Associate of Arts. John R. Delorier II. Emily A. Peterson with honors. The following student will be receiving the Associate degree of Science. Christian Tien Duc New Pham. The following student will be receiving the degree of Bachelor in Public Administration. Anna Marie B. Klein. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Brenda Castienda Vera. Chachira Crespo. Caleb Shane Jose Cruz. Tara Lou Gomez. Ginny Lynn Rillo, cum laude. Esmeralda C. Roman. Cameron Nicole Ungata Solis. Andy Fa'amunua Tu Fagu. The following student will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Amber R. Delaney, cum laude. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Education. Candace Nicole Bauer, cum laude. Kaylin Sean Glancy, summa cum laude. Bree Juliana Jordan. Melissa A. Lim, cum laude. Amanda Orduna, cum laude. Nicole Masako Saiki, summa cum laude. Samantha Ardith Smith. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science. Ashley Hope Arroyo. Lauren L. Gilmer. Connor Robert Gregario. Wesley Chai, summa cum laude. John William Ho. Rebecca Patton Keenan, cum laude. Zaira Vanessa Ribolar, cum laude. Casey Lee Thompson. The following students will be receiving the degree of Master of Education in Elementary Education. Mary Jane Austin with distinction. Thomas James Havren with distinction. Abraham II Conception with distinction. Nancy N. Fells with distinction. David Akira Izawa with distinction. Renz Argen Rentiello Lorenzo with distinction. Maria E. Sarva with distinction. Bronte Emma Sheenan with distinction. Sydney Mel Sivonsai with distinction. Olivia Ruth St. Clair with distinction. Jolyn Akiko Yonashigi with distinction. The following students will be receiving the degree of Master of Education in Secondary Education. Nicole Allen with distinction. Stephen James Bortel. Ellen Lynn Britos. Zhao Chen with distinction. Dallas Kahale Kalioha Korea with distinction. Ann Tu Dip. Matthew A. Hartman. Michael John Shimshak. Marissa Mika Yamamoto with distinction. This concludes the students receiving degrees from the College of Laura Ashley Kaipolani Kaila Mokani Kaayang. This concludes the students receiving degrees from the College of Extended and Interdisciplinary Education.
We will now present the graduates for the College of Health and Society. Reading the names of the graduates is Dr. Lyndall Ellingson, Chair and Professor of Public Health. Dean Lynette Landry will assist President Gotanda with the presentation of the diplomas.
The following students will be receiving degrees from the College of Health and Society. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Reed Benjamin Kamoho Ali'i Kane Kekile Akau. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science in Health Science. Lindy K. Kimura. Jesse Kai Imina Aao Kunitomo, cum laude. Adeline Navarro. Javier Risco Garcia, cum laude. Nicole Malia Vienna. Christy Brenna Washizaki. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Travis John Aborn. Ronaldo B. Adder Jr. Desiree Ansarsoza Aguilar. Pomai Kai Okolani Logan Ahinga. Alexandra Julia Aranda. Jeremy Leonin Baruel. Angela Mahina Ohoku Boyle cum laude. Aubrey Taylor Puanani Butler. Marin Suzanne Cantrell Magna cum laude. Cassandra Gail Fontanilla Magna cum laude. Genevieve Ann Galleon. Christian Gonzalez Magnum cum laude. Tiffany Suzette Gonzalez. Amy Lynn Agno Ildefonso. Samantha E. Killen. Jordan Rachel Kimmy. Melissa Gray Compsey. Jason Mulilani Shizui Lamarco. Mei Yan Lee. Zerold Lopez, cum laude. Kyla Kirsten Luna. Joanna Lynn Bayudan Mandamba. Presi Maluyo. Jennifer Manalo. Denisa Lloyd Manuel, cum laude. Laura Lee Meyer, cum laude. Amanda Maureen Moriarty. Nicole Tiffany Nicholas, magna cum laude. Catherine Miki Ala Oliva, cum laude. Monique Pojaime Kealohan Orneas. Kimberly Crystal Pagay. Genevieve Aguillon Palencia. Alan James Sawit. Chanel Sarmiento cum laude. Shaquel T. Shiver cum laude. Mark Anthony Simeon magnum cum laude. Jenna Michelle Springer. Mackenzie Rain Stair cum laude. Tracy A. Steen cum laude. Shara May Win Seongson. Madison Rose Visak, cum laude. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science in Public Health. Brittany Kong. Kayla Ariana Marie Sanchez. Caroline M. Toyana. Morgan Cherie Trube. Jessa May Visaya. Keone Melvin O'Reilly. Katja Worley. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Amanta Nuru Cole. Malia El Hana summa cum laude. Keala Keiko Koshimizu, cum laude. Rosalie Melanie Lee. Nicole Moorcherry. Asia Miyuki Morillo. Aela Carlisha Yvonne Wheeler, cum laude. The following students will be receiving the degree of Masters of Science in Nursing. Lauren Sella Baloy with distinction. Gayane Benjanyan with distinction. Crystal May Mendoza Bisquera with distinction. Ruby Canal with distinction. Christiana Krasimirova Lazarova. Carolyn Marie Linneman with distinction. Catherine Marie Restrepo O'Connor. Travis Kazuhisa Ohashi, with distinction. The following students will be receiving the degree of Master of Social Work. Sue H. Adriano. Christiana Chun, with distinction. Tihara S. Clements. Samantha Eileen Conley. Janessa Ferrer. Chloe Janine Harrington, with distinction. Angelina Henderson. Gina Lehualani Higa. Liddy Holmes, with distinction. Jamie Christine Hughes, with distinction. Danica M. Iglesias. Stephanie Inez, with distinction. Shannon Hokuli'ili'i Ishikawa, with distinction. Lindsay Kealoha Oku'u Pualilia Ostrowski, with distinction. Lauren Elizabeth Peltier, with distinction. Kelly Ann Uehara, with distinction. Valerie Valeriano, with distinction. Brianna Woodbury, with distinction. Alyssa K. Ewart, with distinction. This concludes the students receiving degrees from the College of Health and Society.
We will now present the graduates for the College of Liberal Arts. Reading the names of the graduates is Dr. Kathleen Cassidy, Assistant Dean and Professor of English. Dean William Potter will assist President Gotanda with the presentation of diplomas.
The following students will be receiving the degree from the College of Liberal Arts. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Abdullah Mansour Al-Turki. Anthony Jr. Arneson. Ryan Morgan Barnes. Malaya Sharice Boudreau. Cum laude. Jessica B., summa cum laude. Vania Bodiman. Madison Winne Nance Bonney, magna cum laude. Christopher Bulware. Michelle Kim Britt, magna cum laude. Selah Kanani Chung, summa cum laude. Mackenzie M. Clegg. Tracy Lynn Cole, cum laude. Michael George Eilers, magna cum laude. Yesenia Faulkner. Julia Shastine Flores. Brenda Isabel Garcia. Marian Elizabeth Gentili. Rochelle Nicole Gesselman, magna cum laude. Jamie Keiki Gu, cum laude. Portia Monique Griffin. Joseph Heinrich Gruber. Lynn G. Hardy, magna cum laude. Alicia K. Iseri, cum laude. Heather Nicole Johnson, magna cum laude. Nabila C. Justianto, cum laude. Florian Sullivan Kanoho Taong, cum laude. Anastasia N. Kirkpatrick. Rosario Inez Cool, cum laude. Katerina Elise Lage, summa cum laude. Karina Laura, cum laude. Philip Lingenfelter, cum laude. Matthew Kwai Hong, ke kama ola I kau e vai kui lum, magna cum laude. William Lee Leskovec. Tia C. Mansour, cum laude. Ashley Mae Massa, cum laude. Joel C. McClure. Ida Miller, cum laude. Amy E. Morales. Ronald Robert Murphy Jr., cum laude. Flora Lucas Mwagala. Don Marie Nelson. Darren J. Nusma. Kato Orihara. Tammy Marie Owen, magna cum laude. Ryan Pevler. Leilani Jean Feliciano, magna cum laude. Courtney Hunter Phillips. Andrew James Plain. Christine Regina Pritchett. Alexander Vincent Pruneau. Alexa Marie Quintana, cum laude. Linda Angelica Rector. Liam Michael Reddy. Felipe Restrepo. Michaela Elizabeth Rickett. Chelsea Marie Robinson, magna cum laude. Trina K. Salas. Dominic Shota Schweingruber. Theodore Paul Simonelli III, summa cum laude. Tracy Tepeni, magna cum laude. Ivana Bella Tendian. Cassandra Monique Trevino. Catherine June Uribe. Victoria Elizabeth Verlason, cum laude. Kelly Anna Wapensky, magna cum laude. Andrew C. Watson Jr. Christopher David Whitworth. Gabrielle Michelle Wissett. Yer Xiong. Brianne Mari Yasukochi, cum laude. The following student will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Rema I. Kishida, cum laude. The following students will be receiving the degree Bachelor of Science. Nathaniel Robert Biddle, summa cum laude. Max Guangshen Che, cum laude. Tony Savita DeFonte. Jessica Lynn Flath, summa cum laude. Layla M. Jaffuel. Corinne DeSala Chan. Skylin Brianne Sandoval Nanu, cum laude. Joshua Michael Sheets, summa cum laude. The following students will be receiving the degree Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Tracy Dillard with distinction. May Ann Fernandez with distinction. Bria Danielle Hudson with distinction. Ariel Lee. Jason Lee Mahoney. Francesca Marie Manfreda with distinction. Deborah Jean Moreland with distinction. Natalie Ann Pearson with distinction. Samantha Emma Zorn. Uthpala Walpola. Christopher Edward West. Marissa Amiko Yoshikawa. The following students will be receiving the degree of Master of Arts in Communication. Cree Alexandra Bagley. Stella Birungi. Nicole Ashley Ehrlichman. Louis C. Hare III with distinction. Mayel Corentin Lefebvre. Evelina Euphemia Elizabeth Monsoon with distinction. Stephanie Kwaihi Nakamura. Carlos A. Santana. The following students will be receiving the degree of Master of Arts in Diplomacy and Military Studies. Matthew M. Bueller. Moishgun Busick with distinction. Elliot Joseph Fox. Tina Hua Rogers. Elisal Valdez. Timothy Michael Wilson with distinction. The following students will be receiving the degree of Master of Arts in Global Leadership and Sustainable Development. Delphine Marion Homorowski with distinction. Melissa Diane Jensen with distinction. Gabrielle E. Laut with distinction. Lauren D. Reichelt with distinction. Anna Marie Testa. The following students will be receiving the degree Master of Arts in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. Vanessa Bonalumi Butterfield. Shinya Nakagawa. Friedrika Parch. This concludes the students receiving degrees from the College of Liberal Arts.
We will now present the graduates for the College of Natural and Computational Sciences. Reading the names of the graduates is Dr. Carolyn Jones, Associate Dean and Professor of Biology. Dean Brenda Jensen will assist President Gotanda with the presentation of the diplomas.
The following students will be receiving degrees from the College of Natural and Computational Sciences, the home of the 2017 Teacher of the Year. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Michael Dean Prevet, cum laude. Angela Helen Renone. Elizabeth Julia West, cum laude. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Billy James Ramirez. The following students will be receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science. Gabriela Azucena Aguilar. Clarissa Aguilera Serna. Christian Miguel Arroyo. Samantha Lynn Avina. Abigail A. Balanza. Mark Powell Balentag, magna cum laude. Olivia R. Barella. Paul James Barrett. Kellen Robert Beauregard. Ami Marie Inoda Beasley, cum laude. Catherine Grace Belanger. Chelsea Lillian Biggers. Dominic William Anthony Bioni. Stephen Scott Bonfeld. Katrina Ellen Boudreau. Juliana Rain Burdett. Janelle M. Contorna Pasqua. Patrick James Camacho Castro. Andreana Avalon Choice, cum laude.